All right, Shalom. I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawashi by Hashem, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers living worldwide in truth and sincerity, and salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect, believing on the words of Yahawah by Hashem, Yahawashi. This lesson is going to be entitled, "The Famine is Increasing." And it's going to catch these people off guard. Why? Because they haven't been watching. They haven't been paying attention to the signs that the Lord is showing in the planet Earth. From the recalls to the sudden closures of different stores that mainly you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans depend on. See, it's going to be that breach. Matter of fact, let's get that that breach ready to fall. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30. And we get to the point, verse 12. It says, "Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon." Right, you trust in Esau. You despise the words of Yahawashi, you hold it as insignificant. It says, "Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking comes suddenly at an instant." And that's how it's going to take you people. These plagues are going to come upon you suddenly in an instant, and you're not going to be able to escape. You see? It's Yahawashi sending the plagues, man. He's the one who's orchestrating Jacob's trouble. Matter of fact, let's get that. You see? It's Yahawashi who's bringing forth these things, man. And you haven't been paying attention. You're not spiritually invested. You're not awakened to the prophecies. You're going to be caught in them. Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 6. "Ask ye now and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces turn into paleness." Yeah, the men going to be feeble in that day, holding themselves from fear. So how much more you women? It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." Yeah, it is even the time of Jacob's trouble. But who is that he? The elect. They're going to be the ones preserved. They're going to be the ones to be able to eat in the time of famine. In contrast, 2/3 of our people are going to starve. They're going to try and go to Esau for help, and they're going to be had in derision, man. So I have this article from Newsbreak, right? It says, "Family Dollar and Dollar Tree to close 1,000 stores after being hit with fine for selling rat-infested products." See? And you know Jay frequents the Dollar Tree and the Family Dollar, all right? But even in that, they were selling you rat-infested products, man. You see? You're eating your bread defiled among the heathen, all right? The things that you was relying on was really death, which is Esau, Edom. It says the family, Family Dollar and Dollar Tree are set to shut down 1,000 stores after receiving a record fine due to rat-infested warehouse. This comes after they were heavily fined for selling products that had been stored with dead rats. See? It says the dollar store chain has announced plans to close 600 stores this year. With another 370 set to follow over the next few years as their leases ends. The chain currently operates about 8,000 stores across the U.S. And these chains or these stores is mainly predominantly in the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American neighborhoods, man. I know you can find a Family Dollar not even a mile apart, man. That's how prevalent it is in the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American community, man. And that's where they shop to get their wares, certain products. Well, guess what? Those things are now going to be closed down. That's the Lord increasing the famine, matter of fact. What is that? Is that Isaiah? No, Ezekiel. Let's get that. Ezekiel chapter 5. Ezekiel chapter 5 and let's see. Please bear with me. Yep. Ezekiel chapter 5 verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine. See, that is going to catch you off guard. Arrow is a silent weapon, and you don't know until it hits you. It says, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. Yeah, you stand upon Esau, the Lord is going to break that. Scripture say your covenant with death shall be disannulled, man. You see? But you see the famine is increasing by way of these recalls, these certain food plants being destroyed, livestock being burned up, these chicken processing plants, these chicken farms, these egg farms. See, the Lord is increasing the famine, and Jake is not even paying attention. Why? Because you can still get a penny burger, right? You can still get your 4 for $4 at Wendy's, right? You can still have these certain luxuries, but the evil is increasing, man. You're not even paying attention. What is that? Is that 2nd Ezra 14? Let's get that. Yeah, 2nd Ezra chapter 14. Let's get to the point. In verse 16, it says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Yeah, greater evils, man. It says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. You see that? Evils are going to increase, man. They're not going to cease. They're going to reach in this perfection. And when Jake finally sees it, it's going to be too late, man. Because see, the woes are coming, that proverbial wall that is setting to hit you in the face, man, it's going to hit you in the face like a ton of bricks. That's when Jake going to wake up. Let's see if there's any more in this article. It says, in addition, Dollar Tree, the parent company of Family Dollar, also plans to close 30 locations when their leases expire. See that? The company was hit with a record $41.7 million fine for ignoring product safety standards after it sold items that had been stored in a rat-infested warehouse in Memphis. So guess what? That went to all different places in the Southeast, man. But now these closures are taking place because a fine was levied. And the fine was levied because it was contaminated food safety, man. Or contaminated food. dead and decaying vermin, as they say, man. All right, let's go here. 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, and verse 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Yeah, the prophet Ezra is speaking about the days that we're in now. It says the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, right? That famine is going to bring forth great death, man. The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall? Yeah, bad times, man. You know, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment, right? When these plagues are sent out, they're sent for you to get your mind right, man, for you to consider. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. See that? 2/3 of our people are not mindful of the scourges that's increasing. That famine is increasing, man. All right? It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, and that's what contributes to their lack of understanding, their lack of discernment, that these things are increasing on the planet Earth, man, because they think that these victuals are going to be, continue to be cheap. It says that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Yeah, you fooled in your mind, right? It says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, right? For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, right? So you're not getting away, man. As the scripture says, like you ran from a lion or ran from a bear, And matter of fact, let's get that. We'll close it out there. It's Amos chapter 5. Yeah, it's not going to be a place of relief for you people, man. Okay? Amos chapter 5 and verse 18, it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? For the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Right. No getting away, man. And that's how these plagues are going to be. The famine is increasing. It's going to cause a certain reaction in you people to where you're not going to have any relief, man. Why? Because you're going to trust in Esau. You're going to trust in that perverseness, right? It says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it, right? You're not going to have any relief, man. You're not going to have any answers. So that's going to be it for the lesson. Lord willing, has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rawchaa, Qadash. Till the next time I say, Shalom.